Data types. There are 7 data types in JavaScript, and we're going to go over all of them. A Boolean is just true or false. For instance, if we have var data equals true, if data console.log Booleans rule. Else Booleans are lame. And if we run that, Booleans rule. But if we change that data to false, and we run that, Booleans are lame. Now we're down to null. Null is an assignment value that means no value. Null just means no value. For instance, if we have var n equals null, and we try to do some math with it, console.log n. Now since whenever you're doing math with something that's equal to null, that's just going to be the same as 0. So if we run that, you can see over in the console on the side there, it equals 0. Now, undefined is kind of similar to null, but not completely the same. It means a variable has not been declared, or it has been declared, but it has not yet been assigned a value. For instance, let's scroll down a little bit. If we have var a, and I'm not going to say that this variable equals anything, it's just var a. Now I'm going to console.log a plus 2. This is going to be a little different than the null. If we run that, it's going to see, you see the letters NaN in the console log. That means not a number. If it's undefined, it's not nothing. It's not 0 like null is, but it just means it's nothing. It's not nothing. It's not a number. So you can't actually add or do math with something that's undefined. Now let's go to the next one, number. This is pretty self-explanatory, just any numbers, like you can put var num equals 3.6, var bur equals 6.4, and then if we try to add these together, I'm going to run that, and you can see at the very bottom of the console, you see the number 10, because 3.6 plus 6.4 is 10. Now I'm going to go to the next one, string. Oh, it gives an example there, like howdy, anything that's a word. So if we do var name equals Bo, my name, and then we can do console.log hi, my name is, and with strings you can add them together, so I can put plus name, and if I run that, you can see in the bottom of the console, hi, my name is Bo. Now symbols are something that's new in ES6. This is a data type whose instances are unique and immutable. So one thing different with strings, if you have 2 strings that equal the same word, they're the same word like bow, and if you check if they're equal, it will say that they're equal. Symbols are a little different. Let me give you an example. So if we have one symbol, and we're going to equal foo. And I'm actually just going to copy this and put another one, but we're going to call this symbol 2. Now if we do console.log sim1 equal sim2, and if we see if they're equal, let me just clear the log here and run that, you can see at the very bottom it says false. They're not equal. However, if we change one thing, if we convert this to a string first, and if we run that, we're going to get an error. So what did I do wrong? Oh, I need one more in parentheses. Okay, so you can see it says false at first and then true. And just so you can see what happens when you convert these to a string, you can see at the very bottom now, when you convert a symbol to a string, it says the word symbol and then says what you called the symbol when you're creating it, symbol foo. Now the last thing we're going to talk about are objects. an object is just a collection of properties, and a property is an association between a name or a key and a value. So let me give you an example. If we have we're going to create a new object called my car, and we're going to assign something. We're going to create the make to be Ford, and we're going to put mycar.model, which is going to equal Mustang. Now, if we just do console.log mycar.make, it's going to take this property from it. It's going to give us the value. So let's try that. And as you can see, it shows Ford in the console because that's what the make is, the Ford. Thank you for watching JS Nuggets. My name is Bo Carnes, and remember, use your code for good.